Sup guys, it's your boy Tayshawn, and I'm going to show you my Lego city. It's been a little while since I've done my last city update video, and in that video, I was just moving things from my old room to this room, and I didn't really have everything the way I wanted it. Alright, now let's get started. First, we're going to start out at the beach, which is where the downtown area is. On the sand, I've added lots of minifigures, and right here, I've created a scene where some people are playing volleyball. I've raised my pier by one brick, and I've made it longer. Over here, I've expanded my boardwalk along with the railing for it, and you can see that there are some minifigures walking. At the end of my boardwalk, there's a place where you can go look at the dolphins, and I've made some binoculars for that. At the bottom of the rails, I've used some dark bluish gray and light bluish gray slopes to create rocks. I think that this view of the city is really nice. Alright, now let's go and look at the modular buildings. Right here, there's a building that I've been working on that's not yet complete, and I think I'm going to add 4 floors to it. Beside that, there's the diner, the assembly square, and the townhouse pet shop and cafe, and if you haven't, you should go and check out that video. Across from that, there's the pizza shop and arcade building, and the water park. The water park probably isn't going to stay there permanently, so I'm just using it as a placeholder right now. There's also a couple of other modular buildings, like the corner garage and the Parisian restaurant. Now that we're done looking at the modular buildings, let's talk about the bigger buildings. The first building that we're going to talk about is the hotel, and I'm really glad that it's directly in front of the beach, because in my last city, it was farther away from it. If you haven't already seen my hotel video, there's a pool, a lounge area, and an eating area on the roof. I'm thinking about building another hotel in the future, and I might even put it where my water park is. The next building that we're going to talk about is this one right here. This was actually the first skyscraper in my city, and it has a total of 8 floors. I've added minifigs in some of the floors so it wouldn't look so empty. In my last city update, some of these window frames didn't have the actual windows, but luckily I was able to get some on Bricklink. I've added another detail to this skyscraper, which is someone washing the windows. Last but not least is this skyscraper right here, and it's actually my newest skyscraper. This one has a total of 9 floors in it, and it even has a working glass elevator. In my last city update video, this skyscraper wasn't complete, but now it is, and it has a really cool design to it. I haven't made a video on this yet, so stay tuned. The last thing that we're going to talk about in the downtown area is this construction site right here. I will eventually be adding a new skyscraper to this area, and unlike my other skyscrapers, this one is going to have blue windows. You can see that I've placed my building crane here, and I've actually made a few changes to it to make it more realistic. For example, I've changed the color of the cab to white, and I've made the crane taller. Here's just a quick view of what the roads in this area look like. Now that we're done with the downtown area, let's go to the mountain/residential area. This area has changed a lot. I've pretty much demolished my last park, but I've kept certain aspects of it. For example, I've kept the Statue of Liberty brickheads and the playground area. But one thing that you didn't see in my last video was this huge mountain. I'm not done with the mountain yet, but when it is finished, it's going to look so good. I've made a time lapse of me building this mountain, so make sure to go check it out. For this park, I've decided to make a stone pathway, and I think that looks really good. Right here is the entrance to my park, and beside that, there's an ice cream truck where there are some kids getting some ice cream. Right here, there's a hot dog stand and a couple of picnic tables. I've created some cool scenes throughout this park, So let's go check them out. There's a guy painting, a dog lady cleaning up dog poop, a boy playing with his drone, a couple of guys playing baseball over here, and there are some kids who are having a good time at the playground. Now that we're done with the park, let's go over to the residential area. Another big change to my city is the addition of this house, because in my last city update video, this house wasn't even there. And it's really cool because it has 2 floors and a garage. In front of the house, there's a guy mowing the grass, a kid jumping on a trampoline, and a central air unit at the side of the house. I've actually made a tutorial on those 3 items. Beside that house is my modern house, and you've probably noticed that it looks different. Well, that's because it does. I've been making lots of changes to this house to make it better and more modern, and once I make even more changes to it, I'm going to make another video on it, so stay tuned for that. On top of the house, I've used some glass pieces to make this helicopter look like it's in the air. In front of the houses, I've created this big construction site where there's a crane, a cement truck, an excavator, and a forklift. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put here, but I'm thinking about putting my shopping mall here, but I'm not going to build that for another year. I've also been thinking about putting some new modular buildings here too. So what do you guys think? Make sure to tell me in the comments. I've added lots of construction workers, and it looks like they're working really hard. Okay, so now that we're done with this area, let's go to the amusement park. The Lego store is over here, and across from that is the parking lot. In front of the parking lot, I've created a fence to block it from the construction site. I've also added 4 flags to the entrance for extra detail. I haven't really changed much to this part of the amusement park, but I have to this part over here. I've expanded this part of the amusement park by 16 studs, so it used to end at where this white line is. That expansion allowed me to add this game where you have to shoot a target. Yay! I won a teddy bear. Okay, so now that we're done looking at the major parts of the city, let me show you a montage of what the minifigs are doing. Alright, I hope you liked this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay safe.